What is up, trading table? Welcome back to another trade recap on NQ. This morning, I was expecting price to be super choppy again. We didn't have any news this morning either. Just another reminder, we do have CPI tomorrow, so tomorrow should be a nice day. But nevertheless, yeah, so I wasn't really expecting price to move that much. And as you could see, I was completely correct. We had no news Monday or Tuesday or literally anything going on. Trump's been quiet. So there was really no reason for the market to move, especially with the state and condition that it's been moving in. So yeah, super choppy price action. Nevertheless, cut a move to around London highs. I'll explain why I did not target London highs in just a second. But yeah, this was a pretty nice trade. I entered at the open of this candle and I exited. I don't think I exited at the close of this candle, to be honest. I think it was it that high? It might have been this high. I'm pretty sure it was that high. And then yeah, stop was right down here. My fill was really bad for some reason, so I didn't even actually get 1.4. I just call it 1.5 RR. Actually got more like 1.2 or 1.3, which kind of sucks. I don't know. My limit order, like I had the limit set to ask +1, and when this candle opened, it like shot up, and then I, entered and it filled and whatever. And it just didn't really fill me that well. But it's fine, Still caught the move, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys right now how I came to figure out how to take this trade. And as you can see, execution's on the chart, so I actually took it. I'm not sitting here just bullshitting. So if we look at London session, right, we made London highs pretty late into London session, like almost before New York open. Yeah, 8:40. Why am I using that tool? I kind of want to make, you know what? I kind of want to make this a different color. The colors matter, I swear. I don't want to make it white though. I guess I can make it like pink. No, that's gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Anyway. All right. Yeah, let's just do blue. All right, sorry. So London made this high, right? And I really did not think that we were gonna hit London lows today, and we never even ended up hitting London lows. As you can see, we kind of like wicked and faked out. I don't know if ES might have took London low though. Let's check. I like can't see the session. Like I just can't be asked to do this without the session. Nah. So ES did not take the low. Look at that SMT, bro. Holy. Oh no, I'm tripping. Never mind. There is no SMT. But yeah. Or maybe there is. I don't know. Let me lock in. Okay. Yeah, so I did not think we were going to take London lows at all from New York opening. So I was bullish, even though we were not going to sweep out any like kind of notable lows other than like internal lows. So I wasn't really looking for a liquidity sweep today, to be honest. If obviously we did come down here, I wouldn't even say like, I guess these internal lows, it's probably better to look at it on the 15-minute just to see less chop. I wouldn't even call that an internal low. Yeah, we didn't really take out any liquidity down here. Before coming back up and taking out London high. So yeah, I was not looking for liquidity sweep this morning. My bias coming into this morning was bullish as well. I will tell you why right now. I could have swore that. Okay, yeah, I was about to say. I'm imagining things. So we were coming out. We tapped into this bullish fair value gap here. I guess you could have ordered bearish, but by the time I was looking at the charts, it was I kind of looked at it. I probably around like 9 o'clock, like even like 9:15. I don't really get on the. I don't know. I will never understand why people who trade NYAM get on the charts at like 9 a.m. Like, what are you doing? You could come on and see the same exact thing, unless you take like a trade in like London before New York Open. But I don't do that. Yeah. So I saw that we were coming up, and I was pretty confident that we are going to inverse this gap and target this liquidity up here. Also, we did have this gap kind of coming out of this gap as well. We just had a lot of support coming up. I've been bullish the past couple days. However, I was not opposed to taking a short. If my model had opened up for a short entry, I honestly would have been fine with that because we were sitting inside of this 15-minute. gap that was made at midnight open, or not midnight open, but like 1 a.m. open. Whatever. There's a fucking gap here. Okay, that's all you need to know. But yeah, so we were kind of coming up and testing this, and it was kind of showing like bullish, obviously, as you can see here, that we weren't really rejecting from this too badly. So yeah, I was bullish, especially also because if we turn the sessions indicator back on real quick, goated indicator, so you can see where everything is. We did have Asia highs resting as well. Asia, bro, Asia ripped. I've rarely see Asia move like this, but I've been seeing. I don't even really pay attention to Asia that much, but a lot of people have been saying that Asia's been ripping recently. And like, look at this, bro. Look at this move. Imagine like catching this, like, bro, 150 points in Asia session. That is crazy. This is like supposed to be like the typical like accumulation session. No, we're just distributing the whole time, and then accumulating during NY session, distributing during Asia session. So, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, so we had Asia high resting above here. We had London high resting above. Previous day high got taken out. So, simple. We had 2 highs resting above and 1 high resting super, super far below that we probably weren't going to take out because we were coming out of a 15-minute bullish for value gap. I'm a day trader. I'm not going to swing trade. I'm not going to sit on the charts and wait until 11:30 for, price to finally make its move. I want to be off the charts and go about my day. So yeah, at Asia session, London session. That's why I was bullish, and we're coming out of fair value gap. We could turn this off now. Bang. So coming in this morning, right before market open, we started accumulating, or well, we did not accumulate. It kind of like looks like we did, but we kind of actually distributed. So we never mind. I don't even know what I just said. Just forget what I just said. We were accumulating, and then we kind of manipulated out right here, right before New York open. So I was like, okay. We manipulated. We took out this low, and that was another reason why I was like bullish, just like in the super, super short term, is because we did take out, like, I guess you could say, these lows. You could see those kind of wicky here, and we had some like, what the fuck is it called, man? Do we have some fucking liquidity here? Okay, like just fuck off. So we distributed, and then we started accumulating again. As you can see, super wicky, super blocky price action. And then bang, we manipulated out of this range. We swept out this low. Perfect, right? And what did we make? Wow, we made a fair value gap. And if you've been watching any of these trade recaps, you could probably tell that this is like Christmas. We did not make a gap on the 2-minute. I love when we don't make gaps on higher time frames, because my model says that I should typically wait for, like, let's say there's like a 5-minute gap here. My win rate's significantly improved if I wait for that gap to get inverse on the 5-minute, as opposed to waiting for the 1-minute, 5-minute gap to get inversed, if that makes sense. That was kind of like a lot of words, but yeah, lately it's just been 1 minute, so that's been nice. But yeah, so we inversed it with this candle. Bang, just take a long right there. Stops. You could have honestly put your stops a little bit tighter, just because we're kind of breaking out of that gap. Super bullish, price action. But I mean, it's anyone's guess. But let me see. We also made a SMT, I think. Once again, I don't trade SMTs, but sometimes I just have ES's chart pulled up lately because we've been making so many SMTs. And I mean, if there's obviously like a huge SMT against my trade, I'm going to close it earlier. So like, yeah, look at this. SMT here. SMT here. That was actually a nice bullish SMT to enter into my trade. But yeah, my target was actually here, and then I break evened right here, which obviously did not matter. So this was my break even. Jeez, bro. So that was my break even right here. Once we wicked past that, I moved my stop. Just because there's no reason we should be coming back down and retesting this fair value gap after taking out this liquidity, right? This internal liquidity. And then we also had this appear. So if this candle or London high was the true draw, and we took out this candle and came back down there, then that means that wasn't the draw. So another reason why I also did not target London highs is just peep this real quick. Okay, so here was ES's London high, right? And then look at this. This candle actually swept it out and created quite a nice bearish SMT. So I kind of like I don't like trading highs that have already been taken on the correlated asset, even though they have not been correlated like crazy recently, obviously, because of how many SMTs are being made. But like I just don't. There's no reason why I'm gonna sit here and be like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna have my take profit 3 points above this candle. I'm probably gonna make what 60 extra bucks per account to on one contract to what to completely risk my trade for no reason if this was like a protected high and we couldn't take it out. Like that's just stupid. So yeah, that's why I had my take profit at this internal high. I hope that kind of makes sense. I might be like, oh, like you could have caught. Wow, I could have had 1.7 instead of 1.6 R. Big deal. And then, geez, bro, I always have Adobe Acrobat whenever I'm recording these. And then, it could also be argued that like bro, if you thought this was the draw, I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing here. There's like no way anyone thought this was the draw. But like, bro, price has been way too stagnant recently to be trading like that. Why is ES still open? I didn't even, bro. To be trading like that, like I mean, bro, you're gonna seriously expect a 100-point move on NQAM NYAM session when price has not been moving past like 50 points. It's been trading within a range for like the past week and a half. Like, be so for real, bro. If you like, you just the easiest way to trade in this market. A lot of people say, "Oh, don't trade in this market. Oh, it's so choppy." You could trade in this market. Just you need to be taking your trades early in the morning when there's the highest volatility, like like what I'm showing you right here, or de-risk. That's another thing, or adjust your targets. Right? Don't be expecting a crazy target to get hit when price can't even fucking move past London highs consistently. You know what I mean? And then not fail to completely fail to take out this low on both ES and NQ, and then just go back up for what seems to be little to no reason. Actually, you know what? Okay, yeah, little to no reason. I was gonna say that could have been like a cool like Wick CE entry, but it wasn't. So yeah, I'm done ranting though. Yeah, that's why I took that trade. This was a nice trade. Not like the biggest take profit, but 20 points is 20 points. It's 20 points that I didn't have this morning. So yeah, that's all for today. Clean trade. Once again, no drawdown. Been nice recently to have no drawdown. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow in the next one if I take a trade. And once again, with that stock video, me and Lana are working on it. So yeah, well, see you guys in the next one.